The love that you talk about and the love that I talk about are very different. So when we say God is love, that love is different from when you say I love my wife. They're very different. So all that the mind is putting forth, they are subject to some laws. The love that I am talking about is not emanating from the mind. Therefore it is something very different. The love that you are talking about is my wife, my son, my daughter. The self is involved. So this is subject to some laws. What are these laws? One basic law is you will fall by the very same thing using which you rose. So this love through which your bond rose, became strong and grew, has to dissipate, has to disintegrate. It can't escape that law. That very love, that very attraction would cease to be attractive. That very attachment would become a burden. It has to happen and it will perish. Like a seed becomes a tree, and the tree becomes a seed. It gives flowers and fruits and the seeds, the tree perishes. All things go in cycles. So if you rise through violence, you will perish through violence. So all these things move in cycles. So when you are attracted to a woman, that kind of attraction, which is attachment, possession, making use of people, that's what is the love that you are talking about. So it goes on, and as it flowers, then naturally it must perish. So it's all perfect. I don't see anything wrong with it. But if you discover that other kind of love we are talking about, that is everlasting, of course, because it is not subject to these cycles, because it is not self-based. This is self-based. Whatever is self-based will move in cycles. The yin-yang rhythm would take over. So it will go round and round. So that's why when people come and tell me, we were once in love, now we are not in love, I'll just ask them how many years, 2 years, 4 years, 7 years. Mostly it will be 2, 4, 7, it will be over. So it is no surprise. Of course we can do some kind of damage control. But it's gone, the charm is gone, unless you are very mature and you can see the other person differently. Now you must find other reasons to become attached to the person. You must find some newer things in the person. Then you get a new lease of life. But the old thing is gone. Because old things will have to go, the mind has got used to it. Once the mind gets used to it, it has no more interest. It just drops it. It needs continuous becoming, continuous challenges. Only then it can survive. Otherwise it cannot survive. That is the nature of the mind, and that nature has not changed for the last 2 million years. Exactly the same. Continuous becoming has to be there. Now we are talking of being, which is very different. You are caught up in the becoming mode. Just to continuously become. So you must be very adept at changing that. Now you love your wife because she is young and beautiful. Now you love her because she is wise. Then you love her because she has got money. Now you love her because she has served you. So you have to keep changing intelligently. Or you must come to some wise people like our dasas who are not married but know all these things, but who can do some repair work for you. That is how you have to manage the whole situation. Many people naturally learn these things. It comes to them very naturally. If it does not, you need help.